Good morning. It is Friday. I cannot believe Christmas is in 4 days, but yeah.
3 days.
Oh, I don't know. I just can't believe it. I'm not rooting for a white Christmas. How about a bagel Christmas? And today, I know you've all heard of, well, you may not have heard of Andrew Dana, but Call Your Mother, which happens to be the best name I ever. I mean, I could just call your mother. I just hear it all the time.
That's it. You get it.
Okay, Andrew, you made a hit in Denver. New fun. Tell me all about you and call your mother.
Yeah, so I'm from Washington D.C. I still live in Washington D.C.
Oh,
Grew up not really knowing what I wanted to be in life, but my dad was always telling me that he should have opened a deli. He's a lawyer, but like every night he'd be like, "Oh, I should have opened a deli." So I sort of had that instilled in me from a young age. So I went to college, I went to grad school, sort of didn't know what I really wanted to do. Moved back to DC and I opened a pizzeria in DC called Timber Pizza Company. Just didn't really have a lot of experience, just sort of did it with my wife, Daniela, who's a chef. And the pizza shop went amazing, like better than we could have ever imagined. We were on Bon Appetit lists, all this stuff, which led to lots of opportunities, investors coming to us. And this really nice guy came to us and basically said, draw up your dream project. And I've always loved bagels. I went to grad school in New York. I visited my Jewish grandparents in Boca growing up and would always go to Jewish delis. And so I went to my wife, who's from Argentina, had never had a bagel. I said, "You want to open a bagel shop?" And she loves a challenge. So she was like, "Sure, never had a bagel, but I'll figure it out." And we drew up, what is now Call Your Mother. We didn't know what it was going to be called Call Your Mother, but we sort of had an idea of this sort of South Florida inspired, super fun deli where nothing's super classic. We're doing little riffs on classics and doing stuff we like. So we opened the first one in DC in 2018. And then we expanded a little bit in DC and we just like love a new challenge. So in 2022, we said, let's go to a new city. And we toured Boston, Miami, LA, Austin, and the last city that we visited was Denver, mostly because one of my best friends lives in Denver and his daughter's my goddaughter. So I needed an excuse to visit him. And I was like, I'll tour Denver and visit my friend. And we did this real estate tour. And like I've been to Denver a bunch. And I loved it. I loved the real estate we found. I loved the vibe. I just like was like, oh, Call Your Mother has to be here. So we signed a lease in spring 2022, and it took a year to go through permitting and all of that. But we opened our first one in May up on Tennyson Street. We opened our second one on 13th and Pearl in Cap Hill. And next week,
thank you.
in next week, right after Christmas, we're going to open our third in Hilltop. And that's it. We bake all our own bagels, make our own schmears, make our own pastries, and make our own vibes. And that's what we try to do every single day.
Okay, first two questions. Is the pizza place still alive?
Yeah, so there's now 3 of them in DC. We're no longer, we've sold the majority stake of that. So there's new people who are operating it day to day. So we can just laser focus on Call Your Mother. But we still do like menu and vibes and culture. But yeah, now there's 3 of them in DC.
Okay, second question. Who came up with the name?
Yeah, I have to give credit to my friend's sister, Lizzie Cohen. It was Thanksgiving 2017, and I just couldn't come up with a name. We had all these bad ideas. I knew I wanted it to be fun and playful. So we're sitting around the table, and I'm like, come on, like, what's something funny? Or like Jewish grandmothers would have yelled at us.
Exactly.
And somebody said, you should eat something, put some meat on your bones. And then she
That's right.
said, call your mother. And I was like, boom. I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. It's fun. It's so classically Jewish, but it's also applicable to like every culture, right? Like my
Oh,
wife's
yeah.
from Argentina and her mom loves it. So while it's obviously classically Jewish, I think it like fits with a lot of cultures, which is sort of what we're trying to do.
Perfect guilt, no matter what religion you are.
Right, exactly.
But I mean, the name is just incredible.
Thank you.
Now, tell me about, lucky for me, I don't have to stand in line in Rhino because I live right near Pearl.
There we
So
go.
for me, that's perfect. And Hilltop should be fabulous for you.
Yeah, knock wood.
So tell me about, I am going to visit for the first time. Call your mother. Tell me about what you have, what you do, and how you do.
Yeah, so we bake all of our own bagels. We say there's sort of a mix between a New York and a Montreal style bagel. So Montreal bagels have a little bit of honey for sweetness, and then they're boiled in honey to get the sweetness on the crust. And then New York, obviously famous for the crust and the big soft interior. So we really tried to marry those two. So the star is obviously the bagel, and then we think we do like really fun sandwiches. So I mean, we have some classics, like you can get sort of your classic smoked salmon bagel with, you know, cream cheese and capers and all of that. But then, you know, currently we have a bagel on the menu that has Applejack cereal on it, apple cream cheese, dulce de leche. So you can get as crazy as you want with us, or you can go classic. My personal favorite bagel on the menu is called the Thunderbird. It's a maple salt and pepper bagel that my wife came up with. So it's a little sweet from the maple, sugar, salty, you know, peppery from the pepper. And then there's egg, cheese, spicy honey for a little sweetness, and then this maple chicken sausage. So it's like almost like when you go to a diner and you've gotten pancakes and sausage and eggs, and it all sort of mixes together. So it's like that last bite. So you can go classic or you can go crazy off the wall, and then make sure you finish with a pastry all baked in house. We have babka muffins, black and white cookies. We currently have a black and white alfajor. So alfajor is a classic Argentinian cookie. Two pieces of basically cake with dulce de leche in the middle. And then we've had a loving relationship, consensual relationship with a black and white cookie. And so it's this classic sort of Jewish Argentinian mashup.
Every bagel or deli has to have a black cookie. Come on.
Of course. And then we have a whole coffee program too. So, you know, lattes, coffee, espresso, all the good stuff. So,
ooh, I didn't know that.
That's what we're doing here, you know.
My gosh, I love. I'm a fan of coffee drinks.
Nice.
Yeah, but anyway, and what are the flavors of your bagels? Because you have a limited number all the time.
Yeah, so I think like our motto is sort of know what you do and do it well. We didn't want to have 15 flavors and not have them all be laser focused. So we have plain sesame, everything. We have a za'atar bagel, which is a Middle Eastern spice blend with like thyme, sumac, very nice. We have a cheddar bagel, incredible. Maple salt and pepper, cinnamon raisin, and right now we have an apple cinnamon bagel as well.
So you go in, you pick your bagel. And then you can pick, you have a list of different sandwiches and stuff, but you could build your own.
Yeah, so we have, you know, I think we have 10 signature sandwiches that you can just pick, and we sort of have a recommended bagel for those. But of course, you can swap in and out any bagel. But then you can also create your own adventure and create whatever you want with any bagel, schmear, any hot topping, any, you know, hot toppings. You know, so try a signature sandwich the first time you come, and then you can create your own. And then we also have a small sandwich list for lunch. So we have challah and rye, and do some classic sandwiches. We call them Mal's classic sandwiches. Mal was my grandfather, a big deli sandwich fan. So these big sort of classic lunch sandwiches named after my grandfather.
Oh, nice. Well, I know you do things like turkey and all of that for people who are into lunch stuff, not bagel stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we have a turkey sandwich, tuna, we have a pastrami one, and then we do some, you know, some melty sandwiches. So we have one with like turkey, melted mozzarella, pesto, red pepper relish, which is really nice. We have a tuna melt, which is delicious if you ask me.
I have to ask you.
And it won best tuna melt in Washington, D.C. So I think, you know, it's only a matter of time until the people in Denver get to know this tuna melt.
I love tuna melt. So
the best. You kidding me? Delicious.
I don't know. I'll call your mother. I'll find out. Now, none of your places are open at night. Where are they?
Correct. Yeah, just breakfast and lunch. Again, we're like all about know what you do and do it well, and would rather just like laser focus on
Oh,
breakfast
I
and
agree. Yeah.
let
So
somebody else figure out dinner.
what do you, I'll call my mother and
There
tell
you go.
her. Tell me your hours.
Yeah, it's 7 to 2 or 3, depending on the store. 7 days a week, 364 days a year. The only day we're closed all year is Christmas. We're open Thanksgiving, July 4th, all the other good stuff.
New
Uh,
Year's?
Open New Year's. We're gonna do a special donut for New Year's this year with a champagne custard filling.
A
Absolutely
donut? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Donut?
a donut, a New Year's Day special donut with a little champagne custard. Start off the new year right.
Okay. Do you do donuts other days or this is just
Only for special occasions. So we did them for Hanukkah, and then we'll do them for New Year's, and then maybe some other holidays around the year. But it's not an everyday
okay.
thing. Special. It's a special treat type of thing. No.
Okay. No, that's fun to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Donuts. I'd rather eat a bagel than a donut,
You
frankly.
and me both. Savory all day. I'm savory, savory, savory.
So, I mean, your maple thing sounds deliciously much too sweet for me.
No, with just a touch, just a chef's kiss of sweetness. It's delicious.
And your wife is the one who designs the menu.
Yeah, I mean, we come up with a lot of the stuff together. We live together. We don't have a big social
So
life. We just sort of talk about the business all day long. But 100%, she's the chef. She's the one who executes it and puts dreams to paper. So she's the best. She's very talented. The only downside is she cooks so much during the day. She doesn't like to cook dinner. So I'm married.
there is a woman after my heart.
I'm married to a chef who doesn't cook dinner. It's crazy.
So who cooks dinner?
Me or Uber Eats.
Oh, you too, huh?
Yeah.
That's what happens all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Taught cooking, wrote cookbooks, and I gave up cooking for Lent about 20 years ago and never went back. And I don't celebrate Lent, and everybody knows that. So, I mean, we all have those issues.
That's amazing. That's funny. That's
And
awesome.
just so people know, you can order in advance.
Yep, you can order online. It'll be sitting there ready for you. We're just trying to make your life easy, but also come in and order in person and experience some vibes. So create your own adventure.
I think the one thing we haven't told anybody, in Rhino, I think you can eat there. There are tables.
Yep. So that's a pretty big dining room there, and then the one on Pearl. There's a couple small tables, and we're working on a permit for an outdoor patio. So hopefully in the spring there'll be a nice patio with about 40 seats outside, so you can sit and dine outside. And then the Hilltop location opening next week, we'll have another small dining room. So eat in, take out.
But I would say on Pearl, I would plan on taking out more than eating it.
Certainly on
That's
the
where I
weekend.
go. It's just easy. Oh, yeah.
Certainly on the weekend. The weekend's really crazy. I'm not sure it's the nicest dine-in experience, but on the weekdays, it's a little chiller and there's some little tables and it's nice.
See tables. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Very
there now. They weren't there the first couple weeks because they were stuck in customs coming from China, but we busted through those customs and now we have them.
Oh, great. Okay, one more time. Call your mother, give us how people get in touch with you, address, and all that.
Ooh, I don't even know the addresses. Call your mother, one on Tennyson, one on Pearl and Cap Hill, one in
13th and
Hilltop.
Pearl on the corner.
There you go. It's the old 7-Eleven. At Call Your Mother Deli for Instagram, Twitter, callyourmotherdeli.com.
Okay.
Andrew at callyourmotherdeli.com if you want to email me, whatever. We're here.
Good for you. You're giving away too much information.
I'm famous. I'm famous for that.
Okay. And I would love to just take a minute to say, please like and subscribe to the Gabb, G-A-B-B, on YouTube. It's Gabby Gourmet on Facebook and Instagram. It's Call Your Mother. And from Andrew and me, we want to wish everybody, oh, show me. Wait, it isn't showing. There, stop. It's there. Call your mother. And while you're calling your mother and getting a bagel, don't forget to wish her a Merry Christmas too. And have a happy holiday and
Sure
get her
is.
a bagel for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Much love. Have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Ciao.